Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute. Been a couple weeks since I uploaded a video. I have been uploading shorts. I'm having a lot of fun with those, so if you want, please go check those out. If you would like to, comment, share them. I'm having a lot of fun doing that. But probably one of the main reasons why I haven't sat down to film in a little bit, haven't been reading much, is we had to put one of our dogs down about 2 weeks ago. Her name was Charlee. She was a rescue. I rescued her about 10 years ago. She was very old. She lived a really good life. I think she was a lot older than what we were originally told because, you're kind of just guessing when it comes to, rescues and things like that. But anyone who's ever gone through something similar, losing a pet, they really are family and it can affect you deeply. So that's been really hard. That's what we've kind of been going through as a family. And then at the same time, we actually had some family in town visiting. My husband's niece graduated from high school, and so it's kind of just been, like a lot going on. So yeah, just kind of haven't been in the right headspace to sit down and film and edit, and I haven't even been, reading a whole lot. I've actually been reading fan fiction. I don't know if you guys read fan fiction. I love fan fiction, especially the ones that are like one shots where it's just 1 or 2 chapters. You have characters you already know and a world you already know, and so you can kind of just dive in and dive out pretty easy. And sometimes, when there's a lot going on, that's kind of easier for me to get into. So if you happen to read fan fiction, let me know what you like to read. I love to read Harry Potter fan fiction. Every now and again I'll dabble in other fandoms, but that's just kind of my little spiel, my little aside fun fact. I did just want to jump in here and say that if you enjoy my channel, if you enjoy my shorts or my videos, please subscribe. I have a little bet running with my husband right now that if I get to 50 subscribers by the 4th of July, he has to take me on a little bookstore date and I can get as many books as I want. So if you could help me win that little bet, that would be greatly appreciated. But normally I don't like to get too personal on the internet, but I do think that, with reading, for me, I was getting into reading during a lot of things happening in my life when I was younger. People say all the time, like, reading is an escape, and I completely agree. I think that when there's a lot going on with you or the people around you, reading is just a way to kind of step away for a minute. You can enter another world. You are around other people. You can almost look at someone else's problems in a way, or someone else's adventures or happiness, and you can, for me at least, diving into something, reading something, and then kind of when I'm finished, it kind of helps me get a different perspective, and it just feels like a pause, a break, a timeout. And that is something that I love about reading, is you can use it as an escape, a friend, a crutch, what have you, to help you get through really anything, the good times and the bad. But I'm not here to be doom and gloom. No one needs that. But I did just want to share kind of that little reason why I've been away for a little bit. Like I said, I've been doing shorts, really enjoying those. Those have been a lot of fun. But I am reading. I started reading a new book the other night. I'm a couple pages in, and I'm going to share that with you today. So I am finally reading The Hacienda. This has been on my TBR. I'm not even kidding. Maybe 3 years. I've owned it for maybe a year, year and a half, possibly before my daughter was even born. And it's just one of those books where it's like, I'm gonna get to it, I'm gonna get to it, and then I just never do. And so finally I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna pick it up, no excuses. I'm a couple pages in and I really like it. So we're following Beatriz. During the Mexican Revolution, her father is killed, her family loses everything, their home, their estate, they're basically destitute. But a handsome man comes with a proposition to marry Beatriz, and there is some shadiness around the death of his first wife, but Beatriz is like, I don't care, I need the bag, basically, so let's do this. So they move to his hacienda, and not everything is as it seems. Pretty soon Beatriz is having visions, and she is hearing voices, and she's coming to think that possibly the hacienda is haunted. And there's symbols in the home, and some of the other people that work in the home are doing some kind of superstitious things, like they think that something evil or unwelcome is already in the home. So she's desperate for help. She has no options. This is her home now, and so she seeks out the help. Father Andres to help her, and he is a priest, but there starts to be a little bit of attraction between the two of them. The priest is a witch, and so he does not scare off easily from anything that's happening in the hacienda, and so he is going to try to help her understand what happened to the first wife and figure out what is plaguing the hacienda. Is it spirits? Is it demons? Is it witchcraft? I am very excited for this one. Like I said, it's been on my TBR forever. I read another book called Mexican Gothic, and I really just love this. I don't know if it's like a trend necessarily, but this kind of shift to supernatural and the Gothic genre into Mexican tales or a Mexican setting. My husband is from Mexico, and something he tells me all the time is, oh, Mexico is very haunted. It's so old. The buildings there are really old. It is haunted. You know, there's witches and all these types of things. So I think it's really fun that horror and supernatural authors are tapping into such a rich history and such a rich kind of, I guess, like folklore to write these stories that are just really amazing and are turning out to be very, very creepy. I think that if there's anywhere that I wouldn't want to walk alone at night, it would probably be Mexico, and that is because of the stories that my husband has told me of just the ghosts and the supernatural and the witches and the creatures and, you know, all the things that go bump in the night. And his mom used to tell him those stories as like bedtime stories when they would go to sleep. It was like, oh, you want a bedtime story? Let me scare you. But like I said, I'm really excited to dive back into this, to dive back into reading. And you know, our hobbies and our interests, sometimes they can take a backseat when a lot of things are going on in life, but they're always there for us to pick back up again. So I would love to hear what you guys are reading. Please let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, share it with a friend who also loves to read, or anyone who has read the hacienda. No spoilers for me, please, but I would just love to know what everyone has thought of it. So thank you so much for watching, and even when life gets rough, just keep on reading.